got my A1 Day 1 Red, the master magician here with me. We're on the ground digging it up. We are the treasure hunters today. This is a 73 hardtop that a customer brought us to restore. You know, once again, Red pointed out some horrible work. Like this probably something just like the floor pan that we saw on the 73 convertible. This is another repair that's just as bad. Like if you look at what's going on here, this is the back part of the trunk floor that welds here. And it normally metal goes down and connects here. You can see the same contour bead roll in the shape right there that normally connects to this bead roll. Well, all of that metal has been cut out because it's rotted out. And what they did is screwed in a piece of metal up top, you know, all the way down, and just covered up the gap. Like look at all of the rot of the bottom trunk floor pan here that's just rotted out. They just covered it up with another piece of metal all the way down and welded, you know, screwed it in and just tack welded, and then once again covered everything up with undercoating. So, you know, from the naked eye, you know, with the bumper on, it looks, you know, halfway decent. You can see, you know, we wouldn't, let me see the light real quick. We wouldn't leave the screw heads, you know, that visible, you know. Other ways to kind of hold the metal in, you know, different techniques to do that. But they left the screw in because they just tacked it in. You know, that's a separate piece of metal that's covering up an exposed gap in the floor pan, you know, trunk floor. So as you guys can see, we got a lot of fitment issues we're trying to figure out. This is a car initially we didn't want to start, but people who own it are very charismatic. We've grown to like them here, so we said we would give them an opportunity.
No, down, nigga. Down, nigga. You know, lining up perfect.
Now look here.
Okay.
Patched it wrong.
They patched it wrong, and they didn't. Yeah, they didn't, you know, tie it. They didn't, you know.
And look how much is sticking out.
Yeah.
Half inch.
Yeah, it's out, and you know, I mean, this has to be repatched and go down. You know, make it, you know, it has to be like flash with this, yeah, because the other is flash, you know.
The trunk lid wasn't aligned, and the reason why it wasn't aligned because the quarter panel wasn't in the right place. This car was hit from the back. They removed and replaced this rear body panel. When they welded it back in, they welded this quarter in too tight. You know, you have to, a lot of people be like, man, why it cost how many hours? Because of stuff like this. We already got 3 days into this trunk figuring out this back panel already, and we just figured it out. Now we can restart the repairing process and lining everything up. So the hood was off because the back body panel wasn't welded on correct, and then the work that was done to the quarter panels wasn't done correct neither. But the first thing you had to do was set the hood in the right place to know where the latch supposed to be because it wasn't latching properly. Now we got the gaps that we want. All the contours of the body lines is there before body work, which is kind of what you want. You don't want to have to build a 1/4 inch worth of Bondo to fill a plane the way everything is level. So we're extremely proud. There's a ton of work that still got to be done, but we already in the driver's seat now to where we know what to do. You know, we spent, you know, 20 hours just figuring out what was wrong and how to fix it. You know, we cut the quarters loose. We had to strip the quarters too because it was some bad body work, metal work that was done that was closing the gap. So once we stripped the top of the quarters, both sides, We cut the quarters to loosen up. We spent a day trying to fit the hood because we was, you know, thinking we can adjust it. You know, Red was right on point when he said he didn't want to cut to the last minute because we didn't want to cut something and then the issue is in the hinges. It's not back here. You know, like you do all this work cutting and resetting this back panel, and that's not even the problem. So once we figured out what the problem was by fitting this hood based off of the lines and those trim pieces, that lets us know where this hood is supposed to be, and then we can adjust the back panel to it. Now we got it where we wanted it. Now we can go in and repair the rust corrosion that was here and then weld everything up solid and just go back. So, you know, this is the bottom part, then the weather stripping channel of the trunk, all of that have to be made straight. But once we got what we wanted for as a gap line and got the hood square where we wanted, we know we can build everything around it. So, you know, we took a sack, we was negative 15 yards, y'all, but VTSV Auto, we got them yards back. Stay tuned, another degree of difficulty just to show you the level of detail that can be done to these cars when you do it the right way. So not only do Red weld a piece in here now to cover up the corrosion that was really just filled in with Bondo, it all us to gives us the opportunity now to fill in the gap that we created, because we had to cut it one to release it to get it set in the right area. Then we had to manufacture the pieces because it was rust here. Early in the video we showed you that, and it was rust here. So now he's just building piece by piece everything back to its you know, factory fit. And when we shut the hood, you know, click, you know, everything sits flush. And then if you know this car, the quarter panel has a slope that meets the hood, the trunk lid all the way up. So it's not like a flat hood, you know, where once you meet the body lines, everything. So the gap has to be straight and the slope fit has to be straight. And I must tell you, Red got it pinpoint. You know, I did assist him. If you look at the videos, I was right there every step of the way. So it was a combination effort. You know, at VTSV Auto for this week, our effort is team. Okay, hashtag team. So let's go. Stay tuned. We got you covered. T's in the building looking like $1 million bucks. So we got this thing popping for y'all, man. Stay tuned. Don't work. Bad thing is, if your car this bad, we're not going to do it. Okay. We love the people who own this car. They got a little pull and rank with us. So this is why we accepted this automobile. I just say that. So stay tuned. We're going to knock it out. Good work, quality work. The only way we do it the right way. No spent spared. Let's go. VTSV Auto for life, man. Let's do it.